do for me, so happy together.
The 1960s were packed with Motown magic, British invasion hooks, sunshine pop harmonies, and soulful sing-alongs. But some of its biggest hits have slipped from daily playlists, even though everyone knew them then.
Ah, sugar. Ah, honey, honey.
Here are 10 forgotten hits from the 1960s that once ruled the airwaves and deserve another listen. Number 10, Up, Up and Away by the Fifth Dimension. The late 1960s saw recording studios overflowing with elaborate arrangements and bold production choices. Up, Up and Away by the Fifth Dimension emerged in this climate, showcasing the slick touch of producer Johnny Rivers. This cut glided to number 7 on the charts back in 1967, buoyed by its airy optimism and lush orchestrations. Crafted by songwriter Jimmy Webb, this single found a unique spot at the intersection of sunshine pop and soul, its layered harmonies soaring above radio playlists all summer long. What distinguished this track wasn't just its bright instrumentation, but also its connection to the emerging California sound, making it a distinctive break from heavier rock trends of the era. Years later, many would recognize its melody from films and commercials, but its virtual disappearance from classic radio rotations makes it a definitive forgotten hit, a song hinting at a moment when pop believed anything was possible.
Suspended under a twilight canopy.
Number 9, Downtown by Petula Clark. Amid the British invasion and the pop craze sweeping the United States, one single that captured metropolitan energy was Downtown by Petula Clark. Written by superstar songwriter Tony Hatch, this tune rocketed to number 1 on the charts soon after its 1964 release.
Hang around and let your problems surround you. There are movie shows.
The song's narrative, set to driving piano and sprightly orchestrations, framed urban life as both exciting and comforting, something listeners across 2 continents could embrace. This record's U.S. success made Clark the first British female artist to top American charts since the 1950s, a mark that underscored its cross-Atlantic resonance. Yet despite selling millions, this track has quietly faded from many playlists, overshadowed by newer retro revivals. Decades later, the original hit version continues to offer a glimpse into the cosmopolitan optimism and well-crafted melodies that defined a pivotal chapter in pop history.
Maybe you know some little places to go to where they never close.
Number 8, Windy by The Association. Vocal harmonies and a breezy sense of joy permeated West Coast radio as music lovers of the 1960s flocked to a new brand of pop. Windy by The Association, released in 1967, was produced by the legendary Bones Howe, whose fingerprints can be found on many era-defining records. This single blew all the way to number 1 on the charts, its layered vocals and sparkling instrumentation capturing the effervescent spirit of Los Angeles at the time. Unlike many psychedelic experiments from that decade, this track stuck with the sparkle of infectious melody, allowing it to dominate airwaves and leave an indelible mark for one magic summer.
And Windy has stormy eyes that flash at the sound.
Despite its moment of ubiquity, the song slipped into the background as playlists moved to deeper grooves and harder rock. Still, it remains a testament to the tight arrangements and unpretentious hooks that once reigned in the sunshine pop era. Number 7, The Letter by the Box Tops.
When she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more.
The Memphis music scene in the late 1960s churned out grit and soul in equal measure. The Letter by the Box Tops, helmed in the studio by producer Dan Penn, became a breakout hit by capturing Southern urgency within a concise 2-minute frame.
When she wrote me a letter, said she
This track soared to number 1 on the charts in 1967, despite being sung by a group fronted by a teenager. At a time when longer, psychedelic tracks were gaining ground, this single's brevity and punchiness set it apart, pairing smoky vocals with an instantly recognizable riff.
Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
Over time, countless cover versions underscored its influence, yet the original has largely receded from mainstream airplay. The song remains a touchstone for collectors and historians, testifying to the era's willingness to let youthful voices drive unforgettable hooks and unvarnished emotions straight to the top.
Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
Number 6. Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds. When Los Angeles bands began to filter folk traditions through jangling electric guitars, a distinct new sound took shape. Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds gave Bob Dylan's song a chiming, radio-ready sheen. Produced by Terry Melcher and released in 1965, this single landed at number 1 on the charts, transforming the direction of both folk and rock overnight. The cut is recognized for fusing poetic lyrics with 12-string shimmer and tight vocal harmonies, helping solidify the folk rock movement on both coasts. While older fans remember its inescapable airplay, the track no longer dominates playlists as it once did. Still, its influence lingers in every band that dared to plug folk into an amplifier, laying the groundwork for the genre experiments that would define the rest of the 1960s. Let's take a quick pause before we hit the final 5. Which of these tracks brought a memory rushing back? Did one surprise you, or have you been playing it for years without knowing who sang it? And what's your personal pick for the most overlooked hit of 1960s? Number 5. Time of the Season by the Zombies.
What's your name? What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Cultural trends shifted quickly near the end of the decade, with psychedelic sounds giving way to new sonic explorations. Time of the Season by the Zombies nearly languished on the album Odyssey and Oracle, but after a delayed single release in 1968, the song climbed to number 3 on the charts the following year.
To show you what you need to live. Time to miss out.
This track is distinguished by its hypnotic bass line, sharp handclaps, and inventive studio layering overseen by the band members themselves at Abbey Road Studios, a rare move in an era when producers usually held sway.
Really wanna know, it's the time of the season.
Although initially overlooked upon the album's debut, the song became a belated yet resonant hit, earning a new generation of fans. Today, the tune's percussive snap and haunting organ riffs rarely surface in casual retrospectives, yet its legacy ripples through countless later acts. Number 4. You Keep Me Hangin' On by the Supremes. Motown's studio in Detroit hummed with energy as the songwriting team Holland Dozier Holland crafted many of the era's signature tracks. One such powerhouse was You Keep Me Hangin' On by the Supremes, released at the height of their dominance in 1966. This record powered up to number 1 on the charts, propelled by urgent instrumentation and a signature Morse code-inspired guitar riff. Beyond its innovative production, this single captured the dramatic flair and emotional directness that forged Motown's identity, cementing its place in music history. Despite heavy radio play for decades, this track often gets less recognition in pop culture conversations compared to other hits from the group, making it a quintessential rediscovery for fans of the label's golden era. Number 3. Crimson and Clover by Tommy James and the Shondells. Psychedelia brightened even the top 40 in the waning years of the decade, challenging pop conventions with new effects. Crimson and Clover by Tommy James and the Shondells arrived in 1968, notable for its use of tremolo and phased vocals, an early studio experiment performed by the artists themselves. Shortly after release, this tune reached #1 on the charts, solidifying its place among the era's most adventurous crossover hits. Unlike most tracks that relied on traditional verse-chorus structures, this record drifted into trippy instrumental breaks and unexpected textures.
What a beautiful feeling.
Although the single was widely imitated and covered, its popularity declined after the 1970s, rarely showing up in modern playlists, despite its spectral presence in the history of psychedelic pop.
I've been waiting to show her.
Number 2. Sugar Sugar by the Archies.
Sugar. Honey, honey.
Bubblegum pop broke out in unexpected ways during the late 1960s, with cartoon bands briefly topping real charts. Sugar Sugar by the Archies stands out as a studio project, created by session musicians and produced by Jeff Barry.
Honey, honey. You are my king.
Issued in 1969, this single found remarkable success, spending 4 weeks at #1 on the charts. The cut's playful hooks and candy-coated choruses fueled its cross-generational appeal, making it a sleeper hit that endured through decades' end before fading from regular rotation.
For a little sweetness, pour it all over me. Pour it all.
This record later appeared on various film soundtracks, cementing its legacy even as its cartoon origins were often overlooked. Today, its blend of relentless cheer and pure pop craftsmanship makes the tune a surprising classic, deserving of revival. Number 1. Happy Together by the Turtles.
The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together.
Los Angeles studios thrived on creative competition, fostering breakthrough moments for acts large and small. Happy Together by the Turtles is a prime example, recorded at Sunset Sound and released in 1967.
Nobody but you for all my life.
The single quickly rose to #1 on the charts, fueled by its unforgettable melody and sharp arrangement that played off the group's knack for vocal interplay. This track's success finally propelled its creators to headliner status after several attempts to achieve a major pop breakthrough. Despite being heard everywhere for years, the record is often absent from today's retro compilations, overshadowed by harder-edged classics from the era. Still, with each rediscovery, the tune rolls forward as a testament to a time when pop hooks truly ruled the radio dial.